Welcome to this week's Living Light. This is Satya, and I feel really inspired to share with you the audio version of this week's episode. So, to open yourself to receive, to arrive into this moment, let's go ahead and together take a nice long deep breath in, all the way to the belly, and exhaling, sighing out loud, really arriving into this moment. Opening our hearts and meeting you and I. Once in a blue moon, an honest person sends me a message and shares the fact that I trigger them. What an honor, I respond every time. It really is an honor to be a sacred mirror for another's becoming, and it happens in many ways. We are all each other's sacred mirrors. And as Baba Ram Dass perfectly says with a giant, beautiful smile on his face, we are all walking each other home. Triggers are teachers. If we finally taught ourselves to take responsibility for our own experience, it is inherent to the human experience to look for answers outside of ourselves. It is the inside joke between us and God. It is inherent to the levels of consciousness we are born and programmed into to point fingers and blame others for being the cause of our pain. I remember a Vedic teacher once asking a question when someone was talking about others. Others who? He said. Are there others? Or is it all you? I believe that, and I also am living in the gift of being me and experiencing the separation and remembering who I am in the process. What a magnificent design that never ceases to leave me in awe every time I tune into it. My current default is full responsibility for anything that comes my way. Full responsibility for the state of being I'm in and my emotions. Yet, here's the thing. This requires a super dialed and discernment ability to know what is yours and what is being projected onto you. My default is to hear everything that is in the field without reaction, not to accept it for face value, but to process and extract my medicine and to speak truth into where I am with what I believe what is not mine. I worked and apprenticed with many teachers very closely, and I know by now we are all humans. We are all wounded to a degree and burnt away all the pedestals that I put my teachers higher up and brought all to my eye level. This happens as a result of deep healing. This happens when you remember your inherent worth and your medicine. The thread of this story is taking me to a direction where I want to share that last 2 years I have been grieving a huge breakup with a teacher of mine and a betrayal I have experienced. Now looking back, that was part of our contract and part of the teaching that she beautifully delivered. I feel so grateful for the experience, where it took me to depths that I did not know existed and led me to the original wound where I was attracting this experience in the first place. Teachers are there to trigger. Sometimes they do it intentionally, sometimes they do it by being, sometimes just by holding the field the way that they do. And the triggers are there to teach us where we're not yet free, where we're not yet aware, where we're not resolved and integrated. I am writing this from a heart field that is in deep gratitude for this design, with the love and the anticipation of the liberation that is available for all of us. My prayer is that you also feel that and hear the invite of this field to take responsibility where you have not yet taken it fully. Where are you still hurt and blaming others? Where are you giving your power away to something and someone outside of you? Can you hold and validate those parts for the experience they are having and follow the thread just a little deeper? Can you see your part in it from an eagle's eye view? Can you love and accept yourself in it? Can you forgive yourself for it? Can you see what medicine is being served to you? I know it is not easy to sit with what comes up without trying to process or move energy, especially if we have tools and we are healing oriented. We all do it. Being with what is the best medicine. We all have ways to go to get there fully and live from there as a baseline. Yet, can you at times of a trigger or a discomfort arising bring all you are projecting out into your body, into yourself? Can you remember in those times that you are the center of it all? Can you remember there are no others but just you? Can you remember that this is the origin point of the wound and the panacea coexisting? Can you deepen in that field that is you? In that deepening and remembrance, we arrive to the point of integration, where through the integration, the teacher disappears. Because we need the teacher until we learn our lesson, until we remember, until we integrate, until we embody. Then, just like that, the teacher disappears. Poof. You know what Buddha says? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the student is really ready, the teacher disappears. And you know how they say we repeat the same lesson over and over again until we learn the lesson, right? Like, so this is the same teaching through teachers, through triggers. And here we are when we actually really learn and we're ready to have a whole new experience. The teacher disappears, the patterns dissolve, and we are free and we are liberated. So my dear one, in your journey today, where are you not yet taking responsibility? Where it is still challenging to go there and feel it all? Take your time. Be gentle with yourself from a place of responsibility. We are learning, we are remembering, and I honor you for the work you're doing. With all my love, Satya.